Welcome to another exciting episode of the Maxx's Super Awesome Comic Review Show. We are here January 22nd, about to review what looks to be a mountain of awesome new releases. This is the Maxx's Super Awesome Comic Review Show!
Comic Review Show!
Comic Review Show! No, not gonna do it. I learned my lesson last week. The camera's always watching. Welcome to another exciting week of new releases, and I have to say, I haven't been this excited for new releases in a long time. There is a grip of books to get through this morning, so we are just going to get rocking and rolling. The all-new Avengers #1. This, again, is continuing with the all-new Marvel Now initiative, which is not a relaunch like they did a few years ago. It's more of a renumbering, switching up their creative casts, and introducing a few new titles, like the all-new Avengers by James Robinson, who's one of my favorite writers. I fell in love with his writing style back when he was doing Starman in the late 90s. Fantastic book. The end of this book, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's a pretty big, awesome. Pretty big slice of awesome there. The other book that I was really excited for from Marvel this week was George A. Romero's Empire of the Dead. This takes up kind of where the movie left off, but they're in New York, there's zombies everywhere, and if you're familiar with anything to do with zombies, this book kind of needs no introduction. It lived up to the billing, people. Definitely check it out. A+ in my book. Moving on to Vertigo Comics, very excited to see that Mike Carey is back with another chapter of the Unwritten. If you are a fan of classic literature and the Harry Potter series and books like The Sandman from Neil Gaiman, don't miss out on Unwritten. This book is phenomenal and will knock your socks off. The big Image comics from this week was Deadly Class, a new #1 by Rick Remender. This is, on the surface, a book about a school for assassins, but on a more subtle note, it's more about life in the late 80s. So it's really cool. The art was fantastic for it, and give you a little peek at it right there. Check it out. Wonderful stuff. Remender knocked it out of the park with this one.
It's a cutaway! It's time for a cutaway!
Why, hello again! New Comic Release Day isn't just about monthly singles, it is also about new graphic novels. And this week, highlighting my list of graphic novels, is Star Trek The Stardate Collection by IDW Volume 1 hardcover. The awesome thing about this book is it takes all of the old classic Star Trek comic books that have come out for years and years and years and puts them in order, wait for it, of Stardate! That's right. So, at the beginning of this book, you actually get the earliest voyages of the USS Enterprise, captained by the heroic James T. Kirk. Personal idol of mine. Check it out. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. You get tons of creator interviews with some of the most well-known names in Star Trek comics. These guys know what it is to be a Trekkie. This one made the list because it is on the list of things that makes Max happy. Elfquest, #1! It was... I love elves. I love Elfquest. By the original creators, so just all kinds of awesome elfy goodness. Look at that! Look at that! I didn't even know what I was going to open it up to, but I knew it was going to be amazing. Because that's what Elfquest is. And that's why it makes me happy. Also on the list of things that makes me happy, My Little Pony, Friends Forever. There is a baking contest going on in Ponyville, and it pits Pinkie Pie and Applejack against each other in the best kind of way. Don't miss it, brownies. Don't. And also other people that like My Little Pony. Don't miss it. It's fantastic. Now, for the really good stuff. DC Comics, Justice League, #27, Forever Evil tie-in. Cyborg is back. He's alive, which we kind of knew, but he's actually back in a cybernetic body. You get to see all kinds of really cool technology in this one. You get to finally see what's inside the Red Room, and I won't actually spoil it for you because you got to see it for yourself, but Cyborg's new body is awesome. Also, Wonder Woman #27. Wonder Woman continues her hunt for the Firstborn to wrestle him free from the hands of the evil gods of Olympus. Also, she recruits the help of Dionysus. And there's some major baddies on her tail, so definitely check it out, Wonder Woman. This book has been fantastic from the start of the New 52 relaunch, and it has continued to be one of the strongest titles coming out from DC. Never lets me down. And that's saying quite a lot these days. The other big news that we had from DC Comics was Harley Quinn #2, everybody's favorite super criminal. And she's on the cover with lots of blood and kitties, which is always kind of cool. But Harley Quinn continues her wacky and rambunctious rampage through DC Comics, written by Amanda Connor and illustrated by Jimmy Palmiotti. Definitely one of the fastest and hottest growing titles on the DC shelves these days. And because it's so popular and so famous and so awesome and so wonderful, we will be giving away first printing of Harley Quinn #1. Check out the Astro Zombies Facebook page for more details. That's Astro Zombies NM on Facebook. Next up, and a book that just absolutely must be talked about because it's everybody's favorite. That is why I changed my attire. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Utrom Empire #1. Even the camera guy's wearing a turtle shirt, so it's all good. This follows the rise of Krang from lowly despot to intergalactic superpower. Don't miss it. If you've been reading the IDW ongoing Ninja Turtles series, you know that it is the coolest Ninja Turtles thing since Ninja Turtles. And if you haven't been reading it, this would be a really great place to discover that epiphany for yourself. Also, all the art is done by local comic book artist Andy Kuhn, who is awesome. You can usually catch him at many of the shows that come through Albuquerque, such as the Albuquerque Comic Expo and Albuquerque Comic Con. So it's a really cool issue to get signed. He's doing all 4 issues, and his artwork is pretty awesome for the Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell. That's really all I got. You can turn the camera off whenever you're ready.